Hello wonders and welcome. It's Pan here. Today unfortunately it's the last day of school. And that for an au pair means no more time off. No more sleeping again after you dropped off the kid or you just had breakfast with them. No more free time, no more free days off for a very long time. Please feel for me. Anyway, considering this matter, I thought of talking about kids, which is, well, for an au pair, it's kind of an important matter, I guess. So we all know how lovely kids are. When they're babies, they're cute, soft, and they jiggle, and they're just so nice. Then they started to talk and walk, and everything hands the fairy tale. But yeah, of course not. Actually, kids are lovely, and if they weren't, well, I mean, why would I be an au pair if I didn't like kids? But of course, we all know that it can be hard to handle them sometimes. Even more when you're not used to their culture or the way, their lifestyle, the way of they were raised. So I'm going to talk about Chinese kids. What's the main difference when it comes to Chinese kids compared to Western kids? Well, first and foremost, other than the language, of course, I'd say the most important thing is independence. I'd say Western kids are much more independent and compared to Chinese kids, which means, of course, doing things on their own, like taking showers, going to bed, waking up in the morning and having breakfast. Most of the time they're likely to need someone to remind them to wake up, dress up, do things, help them take a shower, these kind of things. But not just when it comes to actually doing something, but also when it comes to easy things as playing. They would just come over to you and tell you, now play what? Which is like, I heard this sentence a billion times by now. Which Western kids wouldn't really say, now play what? They would tell you what they want to play. They wouldn't even let you decide or do anything. And in fact, they don't either. They tell you, now play what? You give suggestions, and they're just like, no, until they find something interesting to do. But when it comes to those things, yes, they're not independent. And also when it comes to play alone. Well, I know, I'm an au pair here, so I'm supposed to play with them, but still, they're not likely to play on their own, or like even with other kids. They have hard time to decide what we do, what can we do, what do we want to do. They're kind of just confused when it comes to these things. But on the other hand, the right opposite side of this is that they get easily amazed by things. So you can show them something stupid like this, which I've known since I was a kid, and they will look at you with these big eyes like, whoa, so cool, amazing, and will start to do it. So at the other side, they would get easily amazed, and there are so many games and things you can show them because they never really tried it or they never really knew about it. But on the other side, of course, they get easily bored about it, and you still need every time to find something new to do, something to amaze them, to keep them on track, if you know what I mean. Another thing is their attitude towards au pair, because let's say they wouldn't really treat you like, and I see this kind of also from the family, they hardly would treat you like really a member of the family. There would always be underneath this feeling that they hired you, you work for them, which is not always like this, you know. Au pair, yes, you work for them, but they don't really pay you. They give you pocket money, and it is an exchange program. So the main purpose is to actually interact with the family as if you were part of it, as if you were older sister. But at least it could be that they do think about you like that, but you don't really feel it. Maybe it's a cultural issue. I'm not sure. I'm not in their head, and I can't really tell. They're likely to tell you, okay, kind of, even the kids just kind of dismiss you when you don't need you. Okay, now you can go take a rest. Now you can go take a shower. Now you can do that. And it's also the language, it's also the culture. So don't freak out if your kids at night tell you, okay, now you can go take a shower. Just go for it. Just do it and whatever. So this is another thing, and also what they're supposed to do. That's another thing. Chinese kids really live on two opposite sides, you could say. On one side, they're very much pressured when it comes to education, school, and studying, and that's something I'm gonna talk in another video because it's all its own issue, I think. On the other side, they're very much spoiled for everyone. Even more from grandparents, but also from their parents. They would let them do pretty much anything if it's not about school. So this means that they get easily frustrated when they don't get what they want. Even if it's just like choosing the colors you want to color something, or what you're gonna do, or if you just tell me, no, sorry, I'm tired, I can't play chasing with you. They would just tell you, no, I want to play, and get really frustrated and mad. And this can feel kind of unsettling because you're just like, oh my gosh, what and now what? Is it okay to leave them kind of handle it on their own, or should I do something? Should I freak out? Don't freak out. Don't freak out, because most of the time their parents would actually know the way their kids are, so they're not stupid. On the other side, it can become a little uncomfortable for you, but just relax and go with it. Just try to be patient. You really need to be patient, but just kind of tell them, oh, it's okay, what's wrong? If they just, I don't want to play with you because you colored that in green instead of blue, just take a deep breath and say, okay, then when you change your mind, we can play, or just go, okay, then maybe we can do something else. We can draw something else. Just making examples, of course, but I know this can be uncomfortable when you're here and just like in another family, you're not sure what to do. So I'd say these are the most important things. And one last thing is that, as I said, education is very important, and most of Chinese kids will have to do other extracurricular classes, like probably some instrument, piano, violin, flute, could be drawing class, some kind of sports, English classes, Chinese classes, extracurricular. So it means that after they come back from school very late, they've been in school all day, they might have to do, even in the weekend, some extra classes. They might like it, they might not, but the family expects you to make them practice something or take them there and just go with it. I know it can look like strange, as if you see the kid is a little bit overworked sometimes. They can be very stressed. Just take that as one more reason to make them play and have fun the rest of the time, because they really have little time, unless it's summer break, so they've got nothing to do basically, and you're the one that will feel overworked, if you know what I mean. Anyway, these are the most important things. Just at the beginning, just look at the family kind of from a faraway point of view, but don't get like too stressed about things or the way they happen. Even when it comes to their kids, if they try to get frustrated, don't freak out and all the kind of things. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about something else at the end of this video, which has nothing to do with China, but it's a lot to do with intercultural things. So I'm sure pretty much everyone knows about the fact that Great Britain will not be anymore a part of the European Union. And yeah, truth is, I'm very ignorant to the reason of why and what's not, but I do know that there are tons of reasons to leave Europe. And also I know though that there are tons of reasons to not do it. I didn't even know I'm European. I didn't even know it, kind of, until I came to China. Someone told me, oh, so are you American or European? I was taken aback, like, wait, Europe is not a country. But maybe is it? Because truth is, I never paid attention to it, but I am European. I was born European. And when it comes to this, it's not like I feel proud of it. It's just a matter of fact. I'm brunette. I'm very pale skin. Just another fact about me. I am also European. And yes, I didn't know until I came to China. But when it came to this realization, I came also to think of, not for everyone is like that. If I think about my grandmother, she went through dictatorship, she went through monarchy and the republic, and I can see that it can be kind of unsettling when it comes to older people. So I know this might not, not everyone may agree about it, but the people that actually mostly voted for Brexit, so for Britain to exit Europe, were older people from 50 and up. And I know that I'm not saying this in a rude way. I know that they went through a lot. They were not born in Europe. They just fell in it even after the war. So I can understand that for some of them, still thinking about Europe as their country, as their home, it's hard. And on the other side though, I see that 75% of younger people voted to stay in. And that I can understand. They were born in Europe, just like me. They were British and European. But what I think is, those young people are the people that will live in Europe, not the elder ones. So when I see that the choice was more likely to be made by those that will not be living in a future where Europe is not anymore for British people or for Britain, I feel like maybe it's a little bit unfair. Younger people didn't have the possibility to vote because they weren't too young. And they're gonna be the one that will suffer more about the consequences. And it might be good for Britain. I really don't know clearly about the reason why they decided to do so. I can understand economic crisis and everything, and Europe is not the best place ever, but it's a mix of many countries with different histories, different cultures, but I can see a future, a very far away future, where it will be like a big country, like everyone will start to, feel more European. And maybe after Brexit, people keep on fearing that now every country will leave. I feel that maybe we will start to kind of feel even more proud somehow of being European, because they left, but we should be staying together, keep together, be strong. And really, I think that's what we're meant to do. Europe is not perfect, but I start to feel like it's part of me. I am from a country, but I am also European, and that's something not likely I feel proud of because there's really no reason to, but something I start to feel as part of my identity. And that I think is the direction we are all going, and it's a good direction. I really believe it is, because if there's something that Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings told us, is that teamwork usually is the best solution. So working alone usually it's not. But I do see that even though things are going that way, even though Britain is leaving the European Union, I can quite see that they might possibly be entering again in not such a far away future, maybe some decades, because I see that people that were born in Europe now will have a different way of seeing it, and we should really start to feel proud of being European. I'm starting to feel proud of being European, So we should all do it and work in that direction. So after all this talking about topics I really know nothing about, it's just my opinion, so take it for that and nothing more. And it's really just how I feel and what I think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to like it if you enjoyed it, comment, share, and subscribe, of course. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So I'll see you wonders next week.